In one of my recent videos, I talked about how I've gotten into the habit this year of using voice typing and AI transcription tools to record myself rant for a little bit and then use that transcript to help me figure out what points I was actually trying to make.
Yes, we are diving into something super cool today. Your thoughts on AI. Remember that rant you recorded? Driving along talking about ChatGPT getting a voice. Well, we are going to unpack all that, see what we find, and really get into why this whole AI thing is so important to you.
Yeah, it is really something how AI is making everyone think bigger, like it's not just about the tech anymore, it's about us, what we value, humanity and all that.
You said it.
Yeah.
And you were driving and recording your thoughts, and you said something really interesting. Like, you weren't even sure you'd share those thoughts publicly, but you knew AI wouldn't judge or anything, just absorbs the info, right?
Yeah.
And that lack of judgment, you said, was like a huge opportunity. Like having this confidant who would just listen. What do you think caused that feeling?
That is a great question. It makes me think about how, people used to write down their experiences,
Yeah.
diaries and letters and stuff, all recording what it was like to be alive back then. And just like, well, we learn from that stuff today, right? AI can learn from us,
Yeah.
all of us. It's like this huge growing record of human experience. But here's the thing. You pointed this out. AI, it's not held back by like time or language.
Totally. I remember saying that on my drive. There are only so many books I can get through. But AI, every book, article, blog post, it can read it all. It's like a library that never ends. So if AI is learning from all that, does that mean it's more objective? Like more than those old books you mentioned?
Whoa, now we're getting to the good stuff. You were
Yes.
talking about like holy books and stuff, and you were saying that even though they have like wisdom and all, they're still stuck in their own time, the people who wrote them, their beliefs, you know. So you were wondering, could AI, with all the data it's got, could it actually give us totally new insights, even better than those old books? I mean, it's a big claim. What do you think?
Right. It's like we're comparing all the wisdom humans have, passed down and stuff to this new AI way of knowing things.
Yeah.
And you even said something about social media, which is interesting.
Because they both kind of felt revolutionary at first, right? Like connecting everyone.
But then they saw the other side, the downsides.
Exactly. Manipulation, echo chambers. Instead of challenging people's biases, it just made them stronger. So that makes you wonder, could AI, with all that data crunching power, could it fall into the same traps? And if so, how do we stop that from happening?
You were fired up about that on your drive. You were like, AI could be amazing, but it could also be like social media, all about manipulation and bias unless we're super careful. And I think that's smart to think about, AI is everywhere now. But let's switch gears for a sec. I want to talk about your vision for AI, because you see it as more than just a tool, right, for just getting answers. You said it's like a partner, helping us become better people, like having a buddy who gives you context, challenges you, even calls you out when you're being,
Yeah. It's like you said, using AI not just to figure out the world, but to figure out ourselves. Like you argued, if AI could help us evolve, get past all the hate and violence and everything, if AI could help us build a better world, a kinder world, well, that's a mission worth fighting for.
You even called it a holy mission.
Yeah.
I love that. That might sound idealistic to some people, but I'm with you. Trying to make things better is never a bad thing.
100%. It's about aiming high and seeing the good that's possible, even if we don't know exactly how to get there. And that leads us to well, it's an interesting analogy. You talked about monkeys and AI.
The monkeys.
What if you gave a monkey AI? Would it even get it? Would it know how to use it to like help its species evolve?
Such a simple question, but it gets to the heart of it all,
It makes us ask, are we as humans, are we ready for this?
We've seen what happened with social media. Good intentions and all, but things went sideways. Are we going to do the same thing with AI? Or can we actually learn from our mistakes and use this tech for good?
The big question, right? And you know what I found fascinating? You were totally open to being wrong about all this. You were like excited about the possibility of being wrong.
Yeah.
You really did. You're like, bring on the AI truth bombs. Let's shake things up. That kind of humility, man, that's so important, especially with something as big as AI,
It's like you're saying AI might not have all the answers, but it can definitely get us asking the right questions. And isn't that kind of the point sometimes?
Totally. It's not about like having it all figured out. It's about being open to learning, being part of the conversation, right? Which brings us back to this whole digital mirror thing you were talking about. It's not just about AI giving us answers. It's about it showing us ourselves, like our blind spots and stuff.
You were really into that, this idea of AI reflecting back at us, helping us see those patterns in our behavior we don't even realize are there. Imagine that, right?
Yeah.
AI that's like, dude, you're doing that thing again.
It'd be like having your own personal ethics coach or something. Available 24/7, no judgment, just helping you see things more clearly, make better choices.
And you didn't stop there, did you? You went from personal growth to, like, the whole planet. You think AI could help us fix some of the really big problems? Which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But, you also talked about the other side of humanity.
Yeah.
Our capacity for violence and all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth, right? Humans can be amazing, but we can also be pretty awful. Look at history.
Exactly.
But your point, this whole holy mission thing, it's like maybe AI can help us break out of those cycles.
You really think AI could help us be more peaceful, more understanding of each other? That's a pretty hopeful vision, especially these days when it feels like everyone's fighting all the time.
Yeah.
But you also asked a really good question. Are we, ready for that as a species, Are we mature enough for this kind of power?
It's like that thing with the monkeys, right? Or ants.
Yeah.
Smart creatures, but if you gave them AI, would they know what to do with it? Or would it just cause more problems?
It makes you wonder, are we just going to mess it up
Yeah.
like we've done with other tech? But what really struck me was your belief that we can do this. You even used the word divine. at one point, talking about AI and humanity coming together.
Divine. That's a powerful word. It really gets at how much potential AI has. It could change everything, but we got to be the ones to guide it, shape it. Otherwise, well, who knows what future we're making.
And that's where your sense of purpose really comes through. Maybe you don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
Who does? But you're asking the questions, you're having the conversations, trying to figure out how to use this tech the right way. And you're cool with the unknown, the uncertainty. I think that's what's so great about this. You're not afraid to say, hey, I don't know everything. And you're not afraid to bring other people into the conversation, which we need way more of, right? Just open and honest talk about AI, the good and the bad.
Yeah.
Because the future, it's not like set in stone. It's not like it just happens to us,
No way. We're
Yeah.
the ones building it.
Yeah.
With every choice we make, every decision, every line of code, it's on all of us, And I think realizing that is huge. If we want a good future, we got to build it.
Which brings us back to you listening out there. You were driving, you had all these thoughts about AI, and you recorded that rant because it was like something clicks for you. You started asking questions, you got fired up, and just like those old books we were talking about, you just added your voice to the conversation.
It's like you added your own little piece to the story of being human, And AI is there collecting it all those thoughts, feelings, hopes, fears. And now it's kind of on us to figure out what it all means.
And that's where I think we all have to step up. You don't got to be a tech genius or anything,
Right.
but we all got to engage with this stuff.
Have the conversations, ask the tough questions.
Yeah.
Think for ourselves. Because the future of AI, it's being written right now. And we're all part of it.
So we're going to wrap up this deep dive soon, but we're going to leave you with one last thing to think about. If AI could give humanity just one piece of wisdom, what would you ask for? What would help us be better? Evolve, create that amazing future.
It's a big question, man. What would we even ask this thing, this digital mirror we're making? And are we even ready to hear the answer?
That's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for being here. And until next time, keep those minds open. Keep asking those big questions. And let's see where this crazy AI journey takes us, right?